Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to tumble howlite, this gorgeous marbled white stone. It's not marble, it's a really soft stone, and I'm going to show you my experience tumbling this gemstone and how you can do it yourself. For those who are new to the channel, my name is Shannon and I love rocks and gemstones, and rock tumbling is one of my favorite hobbies. And in this video, I'm going to show you my entire experience tumbling howlite from rough to the finished polished product. And at the end, I'll show you my timeline and the recipe that I used to get these results. I used the dry polishing method, and if you're interested in that, I'll link to a dry polishing tutorial above. Now, howlite was a tricky stone. It threw me for a loop, but I found a solution to some of the new stuff that popped up for me, and you'll see that in this video. This is a soft stone. It's like 3. It's Mohs 3, 3.5. So you're gonna really wanna keep a close eye on howlite through this entire process so that it doesn't grind away to nothing before you know it. And while this process wasn't as fast as, say, fluorite or calcite, it still did go pretty quickly. And I found that howlite was pretty forgiving, but it did have to stay in the dry polishing stage for a little bit longer. So if you're interested in tumbling howlite, one of the softer stones, this is a more challenging stone. If you're interested in a challenge, then let me show you my process. Let's look at the rough. And then we'll be starting in a barrel today, indigo gabbro, which is also called just gabbro jasper or mystic merlinite or indigo gabbro. And it's a granite type stone. It's kind of like larvacite. And this will be an interesting tumble. I'm curious to see how it will turn out. I think there's more risk of undercutting with gabbro than there was with larvacite. So I'm just going to have to keep a good eye on these as they go along through the stages. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this stone turns out. It's one I really like. So let's get that into coarse grit. Here is the howlite after 2 days in coarse. Since it's so soft, of course I'm going to be checking on this every day. But I noticed that howlite made the water really super foamy, and it really just filled up with foam and liquid, and I could already feel that many of these stones were just smoothed down already and like ready to progress to medium. However, we still have a lot of pieces that need some coarse. So I'm going to split this batch already, take out a few stones that are ready for medium, put the rest back in with some ceramic media and just less coarse than I normally do. And again, check on it every single day because, you know, it's shaping really quickly, and I need to take care with this. All right. Here is the howlite after a week in coarse. And, you know, this is a really curious batch. After 1 week in coarse, a stone that's Mohs hardness 3.5, really soft, should be a lot more smoothed out than this. However, I'm finding that the water in this barrel gets really, really foamy, and the coarse grit just isn't getting broken down. So I think this foam is inhibiting the grit from doing its job. I'm not quite sure how to handle that. And this is where it just takes some experimentation. And I think what I'll do is just use a lot less water. And I have also heard that adding, laundry soap, a little bit of soap to the slurry, or even cat litter, thickens it up and helps that grit do its job. So what I think I'm going to do is, I do have a slightly smaller barrel. I think I'll move this into the smaller barrel, so I'm not going to need as much water in that barrel. And I will add, I'll add less water and probably some dish soap. I don't think I have non-clumping kitty litter with me today, but we'll see how that goes. I'll be checking it all throughout the week, and we'll see if this helps at all. Here is the Howlite, and it's been running 4 days in a course, and I have to say, I added the kitty litter to the mix, and it really thickened it up really well. I did not have any foaming issues, and the resulting Howlite is, it's worked a lot better. So these are a lot smoother. A lot of the crevices have worn down, a lot nicer. And, I am going to move this over to medium now, because I do like some of the natural shape of this stone here. I don't want to wear all of that away. So I am going to give this a good wash, because there's a lot of places for coarse to hide in here. I'll give it a wash cycle, then move this over to medium with some more of the kitty litter, and then continue to check on it and see how it goes. So, problem solved. If the water in your barrel seems to foam up a lot, then I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of non-clumping kitty litter. The Howlite has just finished 5 days in medium grit, and it's feeling really smooth. I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. Some of this Howlite has some brown on it, which I haven't seen before, but hey, it's natural. And some of it's fairly dark, with a lot of the gray and black in it. But I like the variety in this batch, and as I said, it's feeling really smooth, and so I'll get this in a wash cycle, and then I'll move it on over to fine grit. The Howlite has been in 4 days of fine grit, and the surface is feeling really super smooth. It's all looking really nicely, and I just love the patterns in these. They're looking really gorgeous. So these are going to get a wash cycle and then go into extra fine grit for just a couple of days before I start the dry polish process. All right, here's the Howlite, and what I didn't show you was that I took it out of extra fine after 2 days, and I put it in dry polish, and now it's been in dry polish for a week, and I can see that there is a gleam on it. There is a shine, but I have seen Howlite shinier, so I'm going to keep this in for another week. But so far, it's looking really nice. Really nice. Smooth and yeah. I don't know that we're really getting the shine off of these, but it actually still has polished material on it. So anyway, I'm going to put the lid back on these and keep them running for another week, and we'll see how they are next. Now here is the Howlite, and it has been in dry polish for several weeks. It was really slow to take a shine, but look, I haven't even rinsed and polished, and you can already see the flash on that. It's so nice. And yeah, it's done really well. Like I said, slow going to get the polish, but it's at a really beautiful stage right now. I've been checking on it regularly to see how it was going, and I think it's really ready for a good wash and burnish, and then I can show you what the finished product looks like. Beautiful Howlite. Thank you so much for watching this video about my experience seeing Tumbling Howlite, this gorgeous, gorgeous white stone. It's one of my favorites, and I hope I've inspired you to go out and get some Howlite Rough and try it for yourself, because it's a really beautiful stone. And it's really nice to use new processes like dry polishing or the introduction of kitty litter, which I did, and it worked really well. So if you are interested in rock tumbling, if you've already been rock tumbling for a while and you'd like to see how I tumble different types of stones, or watch my weekly video journal about my projects, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and you'll see whenever I post a new rock tumbling video. And if you are brand new to rock tumbling, or you haven't even started yet and you want to know how, then I have an online course, Rock Tumbling 101, and the link to that is in the description below, and I show you everything you need to get started, the equipment, the supplies, and I show you how to do all of the necessary steps to finish your first batch of tumbled and polished gemstones. So thank you so much for joining me today, and if you do tumble Howlite and you want to show me the results, then you can find me on Instagram at either Reiki Gem Wellness or Rock Tumbling Weekly, and make sure to tag me on your finished products. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again next week.